Up, there we are. Yay! I see I'm live and I see I'm a mess, so I'm going to try to fix this. Ah, you guys. Hello, hello. Here we are. Okay, so it is 7:30. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Crafty Basement. We're going to make a really cool card, and it's only hard if you don't measure correctly. Bwaha, which is sometimes hard for me, but not really. Hold on, let me get this up here. There we go. Okay. Looks like I'm the only one watching, but that's okay. While we are gonna make this video, it might be videos, but anyway, you are going to need for tonight, we are going to make an angle gatefold card. And I have to give a shout out to Leanne Greff out in Minoit. I don't know where she lives, but I know it's like North Dakota. And she is like my inspiration. She's my, what do they call that, muse. So the card we have tonight, the ones that I made were direct copies of the ones she did, but then I stepped out of my zone and created a card for my mother and I to make. But I'll show you the cards that Leanne designed that are totally going to be choices for my Christmas card class next week or next month. So here we have one of them. It's a gatefold card, but check out the angles on these folds. It is so cool. And here I use the embossing folder with the pine trees. Oh my God. So here we have this. And I think next time I'm going to work it so that the designer series paper is on this side, so that this beautiful arrangement that I didn't copy from Leanne, but I copied the paper and what was there. But anyway, that's one. And then this one is my favorite one. And again, oh my God, the colors are a little bit sweeter. I put a little bow here, and I love this paper. And the color is just so soft. So anyway, here's the other one. They say the same thing. They have the same bling, but it's got different arrangement here. Absolutely fun, fun, fun. So we are going to get you started here. Remember to use up your stash and to post your pictures on my Facebook page or somewhere else where we can all enjoy what you have done. So if you're here, say hi to me. I don't know how that works. Again, I don't know how that works, but you're going to need a base card tonight, and it's going to be 11 inches all the way across, and then it's going to be 5.5. Like the 5.5 is usually 5.5 by 8. Yeah. But this time you're only going to get one card out of a piece of cardstock, which is sad to me because I think I'm the cheapest person out there. But anyway, so it's going to be 11 by 5.5, and you're going to score it at 3 3/8, and you're going to score it again here at 7 5/8. Or you can score it here at 3 3/8 and turn it around and score it again at 3 3/8. I think that's what I did because not only am I cheap, I'm lazy because I didn't want to get out my trimmer and have to pull the arm out. But I always find it a better way. You're also going to need a piece of basic white. And that basic white measures the same as usual, 5 1/4 by 4, and that basically gets put into the middle so you can write your sentiment. Then you're going to need DSP. Now I've cut my DSP already, but you're going to need a piece that's 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. So, and I say that with the tongue, yeah, good, I did do that. So by 5 1/4, then we're going to angle these off. I'm going to show you how to do this part here. And I have my silicone mat here, a silicone mat, because I already put the adhesive on here because I started to make the card and went, wait a minute, I have to do this on camera. What a silly person. The other thing you're going to need is a focal point. And of course on these cards, my focal point is here, this little thing here. I have decided on this card to use this fun, here you can see it here, die cut that makes all these beautiful doily tape things. And then I wanted to bring out some color to match. And then I think this is the set that goes with this cutouts, with these die cuts. And it says, just a note to let you know that someone thought of you today. And I realized I don't have enough birthday cards. So I think from now on, they're going to be birthday cards or Christmas cards. So a focal point, you need a trimmer, glue of choice, and they're dimensionals. So we are ready to roll. The first thing that you're going to do, besides putting these things off to the side, is you're going to be cutting or actually measuring your base card. Your base card, if you see here, actually I have one here, you're going to need to make this little point here. And to do that, you're going to measure on this side. Let me put this down on the grid. So that's 1.5 inches down, and you're going to make a tick mark. And then on the bottom, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to go along the bottom, and except here, you're going to make 1 inch. So if you see my little diagram here, it's 1.5 inches down and then 1 inch over. Then you're going to bring in your trimmer and you're going to line up your score mark here and this dot in your cutting trough. I don't know, I'm sure there's another word for it, but trough works for me. And I think that's because we were watching Going My Way with Bing Crosby the other night. Crosby? I don't know which one. Anyway, he was singing a song, would you like to swing on a star and when, or would you rather be a pig? So when I think of pigs, I think of pig troughs where they eat. Eating's one of my favorite things. But anyway, so I lined up the dot and the other dot, and I cut off that edge. So now I'm going to rotate, and the same dot that was here is going to match up with this 1 inch dot on the bottom. So in the groove, maybe that's a better word for it, I'm going to cut that off. So now I have that great fun edge right here. Now you want to do the same thing on this side. You're going to measure down 1.5 inches, 1 2 3 4, and make a tick. A tick. Ooh, I don't like those kind of bugs. And then I'm going to tick it off down here at 1 inch. You probably didn't see that, but 1 inch. Okay, then I'm going to bring it over to my trimmer. I'm going to put a dot at my score mark, which I totally messed up there because the glasses are not on my face. Okay, so I'm going to put that mark here and line it up with the, and I'm going to do a simple slice down there. And then I'm going to take the 1 inch at the bottom and match it up with the point here, put it in the trough, or the, what did I call it before? The groove? It's probably a groove. And now what I have, besides a bunch of little pieces of paper, now what I have is a card that you're going to take your bone folder, which I didn't list there, but you should always have a bone folder to make your folds nice and tight and burnish them. Learned that word from my friend Jan, and I had no clue what she was talking about, but I watched her and I learned. So my trimmer is making little icky things, so I kind of rub my thumb along there, my thumbnail, and it takes off most of the little pieces of ick stuff that shouldn't be there. But anyway, so here we have our base. Okay, now you're going to take your 2 pieces of DSP, and those again were cut at 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. Notice it's smaller than, never mind. Okay, so you're going to do the same thing with those. Is you're going to take, I don't have a piece of DSP, but I'll pretend this is a DSP. And you're going to take your DSP, pretend that this is not sticky. I'll take this one. And here you have along the bottom, the base. Here, I'll do it up here. And you're going to mark off, this is the part that came off here. You're going to mark it down 1.5 inches and make a tick. And then you're going to cut from the, what side is this? The right side, and it goes down here. And then from here, you're going to mark over 1 inch, and then you're going to go from your point down to your 1 inch mark. Now you say, oh, see, and now this one will fit here. Oops. Will fit on this side. And you notice I almost screwed up there. So on this one, the opposite side, you're going to do the opposite. Whereas you have, you're going to make your 1.5 inch dot down on the right hand side, and then 1 inch from the edge, and then you're going to slice and slice. So now you're going to have two different pieces of cardstock. Mine is double-sided, and I just used one and the other. If you remember on this card though, I used a piece of designer series paper, but then on the other side I didn't use paper. Instead I used a, oh boy, embossing folder. And that's a cute pine one that they have out. But I didn't do that on this one. Also, when Leanne did hers, hers was a tuck fold. So she had a little interest mark here, and then it untucked from there and it opened up. We're not going to do that. Plus, my mom has this pretty purple upstairs when she's doing her card. But I think I'm going to use this. I love this green. Oh my gosh. So it's time to put our card together. We are going to do the easy part first, and we're going to take our middle piece and we're going to add our tape. Of course, I grabbed one mark. Okay, we're going to take our glue of choice, which is, I was hoping that this was going to work, and I don't think it's going to work for me. And of course, the tape runner I used is out of tape. So I'm going to take my old one out, put it off to the side, and put my new one in. It's a click and a pop. Let's make sure this is going to work. And yes, I'm using cheap Michaels tape runner because I couldn't find my Stampin' Up one. But I hope that you all will still love me. Is anybody even watching again? Oh, I got an extra person. I don't know how to get the comments, so let's see if I swipe to the right, if I swipe to the left. Who else is here? Maybe Tom will read it for him here. I don't know if the comments will show. I don't know. Well, who's ever here, hello and welcome. I hope you enjoy this. It's great. Okay, so again, I'm going to take my centerpiece and I'm going to put it into the middle. And this is where you get to write your little words, your greetings to your people. Okay. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the right side and I'm going to put my, no, wrong one. Put my adhesive down. I already did it because I was putting the card together. Oh, that's not such a bad color. Okay, so here we go. We're going to make sure that each of the sides are equidistant. And I think the most important part is this here. For some reason, I didn't cut this right, but when I cut these over here, I did cut them right. So we've got that on here. Then we're going to close this. I'm going to put glue on this side. Ooh, I don't like that. Well, I don't like that. I'm going to go back to the purple. And the nice thing about using cheap glue is it doesn't adhere as well as Stampin' Up. So, just saying. So we're going to go back to this pretty purple posy. Put that down. Okay, I think I've caught up to myself. I'm just going to add a little extra new glue. Okay, there we go. Okay, and we're going to make sure that we're aligned on this side for sure, making sure it's even on the top and the bottom. Okay, and then we're going to hope that it works. Ah, and it does, yay. Then you're going to close, put your glue on the other side of your, if you decide to do your embossing. I think this is the side I would do, mainly because, I don't know why. Mainly because why, Colleen? Because then you could put a really fancy thing like this, and it wouldn't be caught up with the pattern that's going on here. I think I mentioned to you that like Leanne, when she did hers, she like put a little thing on the back so that it held it closed and you can open it and then tuck it under. The original people who did this, they made a belly band that slipped on and slipped off. But I didn't do either. Instead, I did it this way. Also, the other thing to note is that you can choose which side, not only which side you have your DSP on, but you can decide which way you want to close it. Because either way is way cool. So that's all up to you what you're going to do. Let me put together my focal point. So I've got this lovely, I'm going to bring in this so that we have, bring in my beautiful doily, which is also stitched in here. And I'm going to also take my little words. I'm going to put some glue down. What I like about what I did was that these colors match the colors that are in my designer series paper. But I think you guys all kind of know that. To attach my circle, what I'm going to do is use some pop dots, except they are called dimensionals in the Stampin' Up world. Dimensionals. I would like to thank the third person who was on here, who's not anymore, that I didn't do any advertising for this one, so I'm not surprised that we have low attendance. Okay. So, Mom, if you're keeping up, stamp on the floor. I'm going to bring this. All right, she's keeping up. There's that stamp. Okay, so there we have our focal point. I'm going to get rid of this one now. Then you get to bring it over and decide where you want it. Now, if you look here, I'm going to put that up on pop dots too, on dimensionals. Just because I think I like dimensionals. I think you've heard me say over and over, if I could have bought stock in the dimensional company, I would be rich because I would be buying my own product and a lot of it. So I'm going to put, so I dimensionaled up the circle, and I am going to dimensional up the doily. But before I do that, I have to decide, do I want this or do I want it like this? Oh boy. And then when you open it, that's going to be really, I think I'm going to go with the, you know, I really like this paper. So I think I'm going to do this. Wow, Colleen, you changed your mind twice and you went back to your original thinking. I really thought you were going to pick the purple here, but you didn't. Okay. And this is on crooked, and that's gonna drive me crazy. But I'm not gonna fix with it now. So basically I'm gonna then put my, it's gonna be off to the side, but that's there too, covering up those purple flowers. Except you guys know it's not purple. There we go. Okay, that's it for tonight. I put ribbon on these, on my focal point, and I probably could do it here. I was trying to figure out another way to get ribbon, maybe put a side down here. I don't think so. I am going to put some jewels, and the magic number in the jewel world is 3. So I'm going to put 3. I think I'll put, ooh, that's too big to put over there, but I do like one up there. So I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to put it here. I'm going to get another little one, put it here. Don't want a little one there. I don't know, you guys, 3 is not going to do it. You guys, 3 is just not going to do it. And then when you do 3, you're supposed to like do like triangles. So let me see, 1, 2. I'm going to put more than 3 on. Maybe I'll put another one up here. If I do 5, they also say the odd number is the way to go. So put an odd number on. 5 is an odd number, but I don't think I want to do more than 5. And you know what? I don't like that this is here. I think I'll move this up and put it here instead. Well, you Colleen, what are you doing? Oh, I'm being ornery. Well, there's my card for tonight. And it came out pretty good. I don't like these little jewel things. I'll probably be taking them off. And you can write whatever you would like on the inside. And just a note to let you know that I'm thinking of you. Join me next Monday. I don't know what we're going to do yet because as much as I wanted to do this, I have other cards in mind for us to do next time. So thank you very much for joining me here in the Crafty Basement. See you next Monday.